does that say? Oh, can't read that. If you're like me, sometimes you have difficulty reading things, and you might have a heavy prescription like I do, you might have some other type of vision impairment, or you might not. It might just be the particular situation that you're in. You've got some very fine print and poor lighting conditions or something like that. Today I'm going to show you a handy accessibility feature on the iPhone that can help you overcome that problem. There's a feature on the iPhone. Now, a lot of people will know about it, obviously, but it's surprising how many people don't. I was just asking someone today, and they had no idea about it, and it's called Magnifier. And I guess what people have used in the past is the camera. If they're looking to deal with some fine print, they take a photo and then zoom in and so on. I've done that as well, but the problem is your camera roll gets cluttered up with photos that you don't need and all that sort of thing, and you forget to delete them, and then one day you're going through them, there's all these photos of, you know, labels and different things like that. So the magnifier is a handy way that you can do it. It doesn't save a photo to your camera roll, and it's got some features that are very handy, more so than the camera, I think. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So what you do is you go into your settings and use the search in settings and start typing magnifier, and that'll come up. And so go into that. It's in the accessibility area, so it's about accessibility, and Apple are big on that. And so you can just toggle that on, push the button, and then you're using the magnifier. You'll see there's a little instruction as well about what gesture you're using to access that magnifier when you need it. So it's just the triple press on the home screen, on the home button, sorry, and that's if you're using a model of an iPhone that's had a home button. The later ones didn't. So that's going to help you read things in certain conditions, and it is really a handy feature. So and I'm just going to talk about a couple of those features too. So when you activate the magnifier, you'll see it's using the camera, and then you can use that on the particular item that you're trying to read. It could be you're trying to read instructions on a bottle, or it could be a medicine bottle. It could be something quite serious that you need to really make sure you're reading it correctly. You're doing some weed spraying or something like that, and you want to mix up the right dilution, and it's a very fine print on the instructions, or you're reading a spray can, all sorts of situations. Anyway, with the magnifier, you see it lets you zoom in and out in real time, just like a camera, but you just use that slider to zoom in and out. But the thing about it is you can also use the camera button that's there to take a frame. And because obviously when you're zoomed in, any sort of motion comes across as shake, and so that can make it difficult to read. If you're zoomed in to a large extent and it's a bit shaky, it's hard to read anyway. So if you use that button, the camera button, it'll actually rectify that for you, create a still and clear it up as well. And then you can zoom in and zoom out on that particular still. And the other good thing about that is you can also access other features in there, like contrast. You can change the color contrast too, so you can use your two different colors instead of your full chromatic scale. You can use limited chromatic scales like blue, yellow, for those contrast features. You can also change the overall contrast, and you can change the brightness too. So there's other ways as well that can help you access that. So that's just a quick tip. I use it quite regularly. It's a handy feature, and hopefully that's useful to you too. It's accessibility options, magnifier, turn that on. It's just there when you need it then. So have a good day.